Hello everybody, this is RetroBear and we are on air. Yes, we are on air live from the gaming pantry, broadcasting to you wherever you may be, in your own home, on a train, in a car, at the bus stop, at work when you should be doing some work, and possibly somewhere else. Hello. Thank you very much indeed for tuning in. If you are here for the first time, thank you very much for your support and appreciation. If you do like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and tick the notification bell for more videos. There will be reminders during the video. For those of you who have already experienced the, shall we say, the wonders of RetroBear, thank you very much for coming back. And your support is very much appreciated, so thank you very much indeed. As always, we are live in the gaming pantry. We have this week WrestleMania 18, which is on the Gamecube, and if you don't have this, there's really no excuse, because it's only £1 and it's not a bad game actually. 2 or 3, there's WrestleMania 19, I think there's 2 Day of Reckoning games as well for the Gamecube, so if you haven't got those games, you really should pick them up. They're dirt cheap. Also, you might notice we've got a new sign up which says on there, I can't turn the light on because it basically you can't see it. But I'm sure there's an exchange of £5 notes between people now who've obviously taken the bet for how long before I actually got one of those. But I've always wanted one, so now I have a reason for it. It's great, isn't it? So what have we got here today for you today? Pickups. 2 lots of pickups, this covering the 28th of September and the 5th of October. I've just been a lazy so-and-so and not got them uploaded. Things have just been a bit busy, and I thought rather than sort of do 3 separate videos for these 2 and the one I've just done this past weekend, which was the 12th of October, I thought, oh, I'll just do 2 here and I'll do the other one and go on from that. Basil is here, you just get his sort of tucked behind there, and we've let them in again. I really don't know who keeps letting them in, but Basil's here, just in case anybody wondered where he'd gone to. He's not due any holiday yet. Now, this was split across 2 town centres, which is quite good because I've got a fair bit of stuff from both of them, but because the old memory's not quite what it used to be, I can't sort of tell you which town centre I got from which and which weekend it was. So what this is going to be is going to be a bit of sort of flying by the seat of your pants. Is it any other way than that usually? I don't think there's a bit of structure to it. I don't think I know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to sort of not say throw stuff, because that'd be like 3D, wouldn't it? You know. Now I'm literally going to just go through these one by one and try and remember what happened. There are some stories. I know some of you like the stories behind them. And then some of them are just straightforward, I bought this. I'm desperately trying to remember. I think you're going to see something in the region of like 25 to 30 games, and I think I got them all at about 24 quid, probably 23, 24 quid, something like that. So again, under £1 a game, and from a variety of sources. Some charity shop stuff, there's some CEX stuff, there's some cash converter stuff, there's also not cash converter places, but cash converter variants, as we like to call them, cash con generators. And we've got something for everybody. PS1, 2, 3. We have got Xbox and Xbox 360. We've also got GameCube, and we've got Wii. So yeah, and always there will be something for everybody, but not all of you. So let's start with PlayStation 1, shall we? Now these were 49p. These first I'm going to show you 49 pence each. Which is just criminal. So we've got here for first is Rugrats Studio Tour, or Tour, as they say elsewhere. Tower, as we say around here. Oh, you're going on tour? This one comes with the disc and the manual, both in reasonably good condition as well. The box has got a couple of cracks on the back. I'll experiment with a new angle, so I'm hoping this will just focus. There we go. And that was 49p. I've got a few Rugrats games. I've got Rugrats in Paris on the Game Boy Color. I've got, which reminds me, what have I done with those? Ah, yeah. Game Boy Color. I've got one on the N64, Rugrats Treasure Hunt. And I've got Rugrats Search for Reptar on the PlayStation 1 as well. So lots of Rugrat games. Never my favourite cartoon, must be honest with you. It was everywhere when I was a kid, but I never really sort of got into it, though I did go and see Rugrats the movie at the cinema. Yes, never going to get that time back. Speaking of Saturday morning cartoons, here's another one, but for a completely different reason. Do you remember, I'm sure we've talked about this before, those phone-in video game things on a Saturday morning where people used to ring up, and I think one of them was Magic Pockets, which was a very, very successful game, and there was a couple others with like involving characters where you had to sort of like things like shout, like, you know, you'd have to ring up and then shout left, left, right, 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 no, right, left, left, jump, jump, no, and nothing would actually happen. And they were all the rage back then. Well, this was the character of one of those games, and this is Hugo. What a horrible looking thing he is too. And this is Frog Fighter. I've done this twice today, and I can't remember what the name of the game is. I got quite excited because there's 4 Hugo games, but one of the games was listed as rare. It's actually just called Hugo. This isn't. Well, I say listed as rare. It was Retro Collect's website, which hasn't been updated for ages, so I'm not sure whether it's still rare. But there are 4 games in the Hugo series. Why there is, I don't know. No manual, but there is appears to be a cheat code there. It's very useful because I'm only ever like to play this once, and I'd like to play it once and get through it. And there's the back of the box, which has got a crack in it down the bottom. If you can see that. There. Anyway. Doesn't look anything particularly exciting, but it was 49p. Now, in this, it is from Cash Converters. In that same Cash Converters, third game I picked up, they've had in there for quite some time now the Renegade version of the DJ Hero on the Xbox 360. That's the one with the big case. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you know, DJs carry these great big boxes and cases around with all the equipment in it. This one is like a big black case with a foam filling, and it's got the game and the Renegade turntable. I've seen one of those before a few months ago in a charity shop, and I think they got it down from 15 quid down to 10, and there's no buys. And I thought, I can't buy that. I've got nowhere to put it at home. If I buy that, Mrs. Bear is going to confine me to the loft for the rest of my life and feed me fish heads. So I thought, I can't buy it then. And in Cash Converters, they still got it, and they've had this one about 6 weeks. And having sort of filmed this out of sequence, I know they still got it 2 weeks after this pickup took place. Timey-wimey thingy, and it's still there, and there's no price on it. So I haven't even asked them. I daren't ask them. If I ask them how much it's going to cost, they're going to tell me, oh, we can have it for a £5. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll buy it. So I'm not even asked the question. Anyway, while I was looking for the games they got there, I noticed there's some PlayStation 1 games there which I'd already got, and as I moved this lid out of the way, there were some other PlayStation 1 games behind it. I thought, ha. But I got them all apart from this one. And this was, but there is a story behind this, which you're going to love. Well, you love the stories anyway. This is Mickey's Wild Adventure, but more importantly, this is Mickey's Wild Adventure, the double discer. There we go. Now, you don't see this very often. The platinum version is the one that people tend to. So I'm just. So if it's not quite the same, I'm just trying to experiment with getting this focus. It's alright. I've moved the chair and the things a little bit today. Now, with this one, this is not common. I say not common because I haven't seen it before. The platinum one you can get, or you can go on the platinum one, look on eBay, there's loads of them knocking around. This is based on it was a remake, it was a sort of redo over of the Mickey Mania game which came out on the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo, of which I played the Mega Drive game when it came out, and I own the Super Nintendo loose cartridge version. This was celebrate Mickey Mouse's 65th birthday, so the idea was Mickey Mouse through the ages. So you start with Steamboat Willie, then there's the Mad Doctor, then there's is it Ghost, not Ghost Breakers, I think it's the Moose Hunt, and then Ghost Breakers, and then something else and something else after that. And it's a really good game. It really, really captures the spirit of the Disney cartoons. And then it was redone on the PlayStation 1. Now, 2 things are wrong with this. Firstly, although it's got the manual, it's the platinum disc. Ah! Oh, dear me. That was annoying. Secondly, the second disc is absent. Presume missing. Or gone somewhere else. Now, according to Cash Converter's resident game expert of this particular branch, he advised me that, oh yeah, the second disc, we didn't buy it in with the second disc. He said it probably would have cost a bit more had we bought the second disc in. Okay, and the second disc was a DVD of the cartoon. Okay, I don't remember the Mickey Mouse. They'd released a 65th cartoon for Mickey Mouse. I could be wrong. I like to think I know my animation stuff. I'm pretty sure there's probably one of the 70 or maybe even 80, 75. I don't know, but certainly not 65. And it turns out that he is right. There is a disc missing, but it is a music CD of music with the words Mickey or Mouse into the title, such as Ice Ice Mickey and What a Mouse. I only know that because I've looked this up. Now, honestly, I think Mice Mice Baby would have been a far better choice for a song, but I haven't got time to think of any more. That's just the one that's gone on the top of my head. So yes, I did pay $2.99 for this, which I'm a bit miffed about doing so, but because it's the bubble box, I didn't want to leave, and it's got the manual, I didn't really want to leave it behind. So at one hand I'm sort of quite happy, on the other hand I'm sort of slightly disappointed, but I've never seen it before. So, and the Platinum one is a dead easy one to pick up, you can find that anywhere. Let's do a GameCube then, shall we? Yes. Oh, lovely. Okay, what have we got then? Well, my friend on the market, who had the GameCube games in a few weeks ago, a couple of pickups ago, still got some GameCube games there, and this cost me £1.50, but it does complete my original game series of this particular genre, and this is 007, James Bond, Agent Under Fire. Now, for regular viewers, you'll know that I've now completed the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox original James Bond Adventures, which came out with when Pierce Brosnan was James Bond. So, nice and complete. Got the old manual with it. Disc in really good condition. It's a really good game, actually. These are a lot of fun. If you never played them before because it's not a proper James Bond game, please do. You know, I would certainly do it. Great thing about this was we always like a bit of a Brucey bonus inside, don't we? Good game, good game. And it turns out that this was purchased for the grand sum of £3 only in July this year from the same CEX in the same town as this guy who was selling it on the market. And you pay £3 for Nightfire, £3 for Agent Under Fire, and £3.50 for 2 Rock Evolution. That seems like an awful lot of money to pay for those 3 games, I must be honest with you, because anyway, so I paid £1.50 for that. Yeah, and it's all there as it should be. Can I go wrong with that one? Let's do a couple of Wii games, because there's a few behind me. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll start picking up a few more Wii games. I'm not saying I'm going to focus entirely on the Wii, but I'm just going to give it a bit more of my time than anything else. I mean, I can't really do any more PlayStation 2 stuff because I'm looking at it now, I'm thinking I've got maybe 7 slots on my shelf now, and that'll be it. Then the decision was made, do I pack away the PlayStation 3 just to carry on collecting it? I'm collecting a lot of PlayStation 3 stuff at the moment, but then again, looking at that, I've probably got another 35 before I finish on that one. So space is becoming a premium. Anyway, let's go back to the Wii, because we all have a bit of a Wii. And this is Colin McRae's Dirt 2. Now, I paid £2 for this, which is great because this is the first time I've seen this game that cheap. Sadly, only the safety guide inside, and there's the back of it. Now, the Wii doesn't have all that many sort of racing games on it. I sort of sit there thinking, well, you know, forget the kart racers. You know, okay, there's things like GT Series, there's Ferrari Challenge, there's the Need for Speed games. There's this one. There aren't that many, you know, sort of designed to be raced. I'm not talking about Madagascar Karts and Mario Kart and Mythmakers. I'm not talking about Action Girls Race. I'm not talking about any crap like that. I'm talking about bona fide racing games, and there aren't that many. And I was really surprised at that. But I've wanted this for ages because I do like the Colin McRae series, and it's never been as cheap as £2 before. So £2 and £1.50 in the same collection, and £2.99. Have I had a bump on the head? No, it's just I'm just being a bit more, shall we say, selective in what I'm picking up. Oh, don't worry, the cheap shit's still here. But you know, I'm saying. Now, my new obsession used to be horse games, and it was Barbie games, and it was horse games again. Even more obsessed now with fishing games because we have Real Fishing, Angler's Dream. which I've never seen before, and this was again £2. So I thought, I'm picking this up. Got the manual inside it, and it actually looks like a far more serious fishing game than the Rapala Fishing Frenzy I picked up last pickup's video, with picturesque locations and lifelike fish. Use your Wii remote and nunchuck as rod and reel to land the fish of your dreams. There's something wrong with that sentence. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember. Play alone or with friends. Raise fish in your aquariums and release them back into the wild, and upgrade with over 100 fresh and saltwater tackle as you progress to catch all the legendary fish. I mean, that sounds like a serious fishing game to me. I'm not a serious person, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go down. There's some severely worrying propaganda on the back of that, but anyway, I don't know. I've never seen it before. Like I said, the manual's there. I did watch a video of it. I did fall asleep watching the video of it. It's obviously very relaxing, this fishing lark. Anyway, shall we do some PlayStation 2 stuff? Because despite saying I'm not going to buy many PlayStation 2 games, I did buy some. Just 4 for you this week. First one up, 50p. And this was I've already got the second game in this series, which is called, I'll tell you what it's called in a second when I can see it. So the first one, anyway, this one here is Energy Air Force, from our old friends at 505 Games. I mentioned 505 Games before many times. They were a budget label producing many silly games, and plentiful silly games. This is second game in the series. Energy Air Force Aim Strike was the second one. This is the first one. You'll also notice it does have on the label, there's also on the back there, you may be able to see, the old Taisho logo. And of course, those of you who know your arcade stuff, Taisho were great arcade producers back in the day. No manual, sadly, but a lovely looking masculine pink disc for an Air Force game. Challenging realistic flight combats. Take a seat on ultra detailed combat airplanes. Combat airlines, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? British Airways versus Emirates. Fight. Take a seat on ultra detailed combat airplanes and train your skills to take active part to dangerous missions all over the world. And you have to learn how to pilot the realistic models of the F-16, F-22 and the X-35 by getting flight license. Good grief, I can't even. By getting flight license Trot 14 exciting training test. Who's been translating this? You won't be able to see that probably. Can you see that there maybe? You can't. There, yeah, that line there. By getting flight license Trot 14 exciting training test. Dear oh dear. No wonder it was 50p. Lovely jubbly. Another 50p game, and I seem to be getting quite a few of these sort of series of games. This is Remote Control Go Copter on PlayStation 2. I've already got Radio Helicopter. I've also got another copter game, and I've got Radio Helicopter on the Wii as well. Real basic stuff. It's a compact disc game, so it's going to be one of the early sort of releases before they started making DVD games. But this was 50p, and yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Go Copter Fly to Victory. Yeah, 4 game modes, 12 different models, 15 different rooms to test your piloting skills. An accurate and realistic control system, perfectly suited to the analog controller DualShock 2. Yeah, 50p. A bit of fun, that one. Now this one, return of the 10p pickups. Yes, they're back. Only 2 of them this week. First one, second one you have to wait for. The first one was Eternal Quest, which is from our old friends Midas Interactive, who made some really terrible games. This was 10p in a YMCA charity shop because it's fun to stay there, and I couldn't quite believe it when I went in. It looks like it's one of these RPG games which I don't really particularly enjoy, but for 10p you don't leave a brother behind. It's got those really sort of like weird fonts on the back when I start reading it. I won't be able to tell you what it is, so I'm not going to. And then finally, off the market for 50p, not influenced by the cover in the slightest. This is stolen. No, I did see this a few weeks ago on somebody else's channel. I can't remember who it was now. And I thought, oh, that looks quite fun. But it's like an espionage game, which says, Anya is one of the greatest thieves alive. Her next mission, steal the most valuable gem from Forge City's most secure museum. But soon she will find herself trapped in the middle of a dangerous conspiracy, fighting against her fiercest enemies. And it's sort of like a Metal Gear, well, I say a low-rent Metal Gear type game. But I know quite like look of these. It's from a company called Hip Games, who I've never heard of before. But it has got Dolby Pro Logic 2 and some swearing in it apparently as well. So yeah, 50p that one. Right. Oh God, we've got a big bundle of these ones. Right, shall we do Xbox original? Ah, okay, we will do that. Right, I don't usually buy this sort of variant, but I think this time I had actually very little choice in order to do so. So this is Burnout on the original Xbox, and you notice on the cross there it says the charity pack, not for resale. But I hadn't got this one, and it was £1 in CEX, so it's got the manual and everything with it. So I thought it'd be a bit silly to leave that one behind. And as you can see there, great game to play. First played it on the Gamecube. Great series of games. Yeah, happy picking that one up. Also picked this one up as well. I'm pretty sure this may. I'm hoping it's going to be the last one. All these Tom Clancy games I've got for the original Xbox. When I picked up Double Agent a few weeks ago, I thought finally I've got them all. No, I'm still missing this one anyway. I may be missing another one. Hope not, because I've got nearly all. I've got so many of these now. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Lockdown. Now I've got this on the PlayStation 2. Got this a few weeks ago for 30p. This one, I think, probably cost me £1. May have cost me 50p. I can't quite remember. It was either that or it was CEX. Terrorists. That scares you, doesn't it? And stop there. So yeah, another one there. Buy it brand new. Please collect your sealed copy at the till. This is the display sleeve only. Ah. So no wonder they've been dumped into CEX with their slightly dodgy front covers on them. Right, Return of the 10p Pickups Part 2. However, this will be the only other one. And I found this again at the same charity shop, same YMCA charity shop. Got very excited because I'd never heard of this game before. And this is New Legends. Now, will the eagle-eyed amongst you note something a bit different about this? Just show you the back cover. Now you may not notice it from the back cover, but it looks like it's a fighting game. In the future, China is a world where mythology and technology meld together, but Zhao Gon plans to destroy all that is good, so few are left to fight. The force of one man can change a nation. Yep, especially when it's an NTSC copy, which you're probably not going to be able to see there now. Yeah, I got very excited when seeing this game in the charity shop, and then I didn't realise at the very bottom, you also notice the front there as well, the warning notices and American classification. So this is an NTSC copy, which is quite useful because I've got an Xbox which is chipped. Also quite interesting as well, you may not see this on the camera, but that's the front of the disc. The back of the disc is gold. Not like the discs that we have over here in the UK. The manual's in reasonably good nick as well. So I thought it was quite an interesting curiosity, but also even more fascinating, it's got one of those reversible covers as well. So there's that was the one that was on the front, and then that's the one that's on the inside. It's slightly different. Well, the front cover's slightly different. You can either have yeah, one way or the back cover's exactly the same, but interesting to note that. But yeah, 10p, it was an interesting little find. I think the PAL version goes for about $3.50, something like that in CEX. So I can't begrudge it. Like I said, I've got a chipped Xbox. I hope it'll work fine on that one. But need to find the original PAL one. Next up, Azuric. Oh, that's the name of the game. Sorry, I was trying to surprise everybody there. That's what you should shout at, you know, surprise birthday party. Azuric, and they won't know what you're talking about. This is the rise of Parathia, which I thought was a curry, but that's a Pathia. Pause for effect. Move swiftly on. It's one of those RPGs which I don't particularly enjoy playing, but this was £1 in CEX. I hadn't got it. Moving swiftly on. Now the next 4 games. Sorry, right, 30 seconds. Last one, 50p from charity shop. Wallace and Gromit, Project Zoo, which I played briefly on the PC when it first came out. There we go. Wallace and Gromit. We all love Wallace and Gromit. It's on every bank holiday and Christmas, and will be played at your funerals over and over again. 50p, not too bad. Now, on the market, the guy gets stuff in. He had some Gamecube stuff a couple of weeks ago, which I picked up from there. He'd also, this time when I went back, got some original Xbox stuff, which I was very, very excited about. A lot of it I'd already got, and a lot of it was sort of out my range, but they were very, very well priced. Capcom Classics Collection, I think he was selling for £6. Desperately trying to get hold of that game at a decent price. I know what happens, I'll buy it for like that price, or I think CX selected 10, so I'm going to buy it for somewhere between 6 and 10, and then next week I'm going to the charity shop, there'll be a copy there for £1, isn't it? And it's bound to happen. So there was that one. He got Shenmue 2 for £6 as well. I'm not sure whether the DVD was with it. We got some decent games in there, and I thought, oh, this is good. And I thought, I've got most of those, and some of those were, I say, competitive price. Sometimes he gets his prices a little bit under CX, sometimes a little bit over. He's still got his copy of Double Dash, Mario Kart Double Dash, and the GameCube price at £30, and he's still got it. And CX sold that for 25 at the moment, so he's a bit out on that one, but he does well on the other things, and he's a great guy, and he did me a really good deal on these. So I got all these for £1 each. 4 for 5. It was going to be 4 for £5, I think, originally, but he's knocked me down to, he knocked £1 off. So the first one up is an amazing game. It's an awesome titles series. It's just one of the best series you can come across. I'm surprised I hadn't got this, actually. So this is Call of Duty 2, the big red one. I've got the third one, I think it is. I'm still missing the first one for the Xbox. It's a lovely condition copy. The manuals for some of these were brilliant. Really was. There's the back. Just in case looking at one of the best looking shooters to ever grace consoles. And I remember playing the first one when it first came out, and it was absolutely fantastic. I thought I got that. Evidently not. Next up is a game I've never even heard of before, which is called Counter-Terrorist Special Forces Fire for Effect. Which is, sort of really horrible looking cover. It looks a terrible game. Bit of a ropey copy, this one. Well, the manual's a bit, looks like it's a bit well worn. That's the back of it there, in case anybody's not seen that one before. Put an end to the threat of terrorism. Use a selection of state-of-the-art weapons and equipment, including invisibility. I lie not. It says invisibility there, which of course, you know, the army apparently are using. We don't know, we can't see them. Also the enhanced vision, the electromagnetic grenades, and thermal vision. So they're taking it quite seriously, including unique and terrifying aerial combat in 3D freefall. And you can play 2 characters employing different skills, stealth or guerrilla warfare. So it ticks all the boxes, that's the sort of thing. I've already got the second game in this series. This is really confusing. So this is Lego Star Wars, the video game. This is the first game in the series, which is based on the second trilogy of films. So I've already got the second game in the series, which is based on the first trilogy of films. It's just George Lucas's way of trying to confuse you back in the day for your money. And you just hand the money over because he's got Star Wars written on the front of it. But I did play the first. As soon as I played Lego Star Wars, the Lego Star Wars 2, which was the original trilogy, I was hooked on these games. Absolutely brilliant fun. If you've never played one of these, and the surprise hit of 2005, that's how old this game, 14 years ago. But great games, and I do enjoy the Lego games, I have to say. Some people don't like them. I do enjoy the Lego games. And then this game I've been after for quite some time, and you're going to wonder why, because it's not a genre that's particularly a favourite of mine. But this is Shattered Union. which we got for £1. Now this is an RTS Command and Conquer type game. Again, nice looking manual. Got it for £1. I think usually CEX have been selling this for £3 or £4 before in the past. But you get the option to, once the United States is on its knees, to either form a Southern Confederacy and then drive out the invading Europeans, or become the invading Europeans and try and take over. Not really my sort of game, but I just like the whole concept of that. That sounds really interesting, and I might actually sit down and play it. I don't know, but yeah, I saw that cover and I thought that looks really interesting. I read up about it. I thought, yeah, I'm really must get hold of a copy of that. So that was £1, lovely. PlayStation 3, I think. Shall we go to the PlayStation 3? Yes, what have we got here? So, I'm trying to remember where I got these games from now. I can't remember. Probably Cash Converter. Oh yes, Cash Converters, and I paid 49p for these. Let's do the crap one first. Say the crap one, the one that no one's going to be interested in. SingStar Popstar Edition. Yeah, because I could never own enough SingStar games. There we go. Got the manual with it. There we go. And you won't be able to read the track list from the back of it. Would you like the edited highlights? Go on then. Amy Winehouse, Rehab, Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer, Christy Berg, Lady in Red, Cyndi Lauper, True Colours. You're already slashing your wrists at this time, can't you? Gloria Estefan, Rhythm is Gonna Get You, Kaiser Chiefs, Never Miss a Beat. I don't know that one. Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire, Madness, It Must Be Love, Pink, So What, Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, Robbie Williams, Angels, The Police, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, and Yazoo, Don't Go, amongst others, which I don't recognise. But yeah, that was 49p. I do like my SingStar games, even though I can't sing. This was £1 in a Cash Con Generator variant, which again I was quite happy to pick up because it's meant to be a good, if quite short game. And this is Bloodstone 007 on PlayStation 3, complete with manual. It was almost missing the disc because I had to remind the guy behind the counter when I took it to the counter. I said, "Are you going to give me the disc?" And he opened it. We went, "Oh yeah." Nice for me to be doing his job for him. But yeah, like I said, it's meant to be a pretty good game, but it's meant to be a bit on the short side. But it's like those we talked earlier about the Pierce Brosnan ones. There's there's that one. There's GoldenEye. Is there the GoldenEye revisited one, which put Daniel Craig in as Bond, and there's also the Legends game as well, which I think takes a couple of old Bond adventures and sort of puts them in the middle of those as well. So yeah, please get that one. This one I think was probably a good one to pick up as well. I think it completes my trilogy, the Batman Arkham games. This is Arkham Asylum, which again I got for 49p from Cash Converters. So I did pick up Arkham City and Arkham Origins for 10p, wasn't it? I think it was. We go back to August Bank Holiday. But probably the best thing about it was it had got that poster in it. Welcome to the Madhouse. Isn't that brilliant? Didn't realise that was in there. And now it's not going to fold up as it was picture that came in. There we go. But yeah, I was absolutely thrilled to find that in there. It's nice to find that because you don't often get posters and things left. And it's got that horrible sort of shiny, plasticky almost feel to it. But yeah, so that was good to find that in there for 49p. You cannot go wrong. And next to last, let's look at some 360. Yes, I've made you wait until the near end for these. Not an awful lot to get excited about here. But I did see this on somebody else's channel, and this is Damnation. Not sure whether it was Rob or Scott, but yeah, I saw this and I thought, I remember seeing it on a channel, and then I went and sort of did a bit of research about it and sort of read the back of the box So it cost me £1 in CEX. I thought, oh, that sounds quite good, that does, so I'll get that. Powered by steam, fueled by vengeance. It's a story of Stephenson's rocket. No, it's not. No, it's not. Right. Yeah, most people sit there and go. Actually, you might do it over the next 2 games. I don't know, but just get your head ready right by your hand, because it's coming. It's a Kinect game. It's Sesame Street. Once Upon a Monster. 50p. No manual, sadly. But there's Cookie Monster and Elmo. How could I refuse to pick this up for 50p? I desperately want to get the Sesame Street Season 1, I think it was, which came out on this one. Really, really want that one. Oscar's on there as well. And also Grover. Yeah, so, I don't know. It's what it is, isn't it? It's another game for the Kinect collection. That's all I can say, really. Yeah, Sesame Street, Once Upon a Monster. This will join my other Sesame Street games you probably can't see down here. Ready, Set, Grover, which I've got on the Wii. And then finally, because for only I can't think of the only reason that this game was produced because people want to sing and dance like a dead paedophile. It's Michael Jackson: The Experience. Now, I trust the judgment on the title. Would you want to experience being Michael Jackson? I don't know. Excitingly enough, it does have the download code. There's actually, it says in here, includes the exclusive track Another Part of Me, which I barely remember as a Michael Jackson song. However, it's not been scratched off, which is great, because you know, we're quite sure when you get these if things are going to be left in there or not. And also, more importantly, it looks like it's basically been untouched as well, which is not the same you can say for some things. Before I get sued. But yeah, so I've got this on the Wii already. An interesting thing about this was the week before, I got this from 50p from the market. The week before, I went into CEX to buy it for 50p, and then couldn't find the disc. And I said to the bloke behind the counter, I said, I'm not really that disappointed, but I saw it again the week after. I thought, right, I'm getting it now. Yeah, so Michael Jackson Experience 50p. Not sure that's an experience that we want to be doing. Right, when at the start I did say we got all the systems. I did actually forget 2 systems altogether, which is how remiss of me, but there's that many things to pick up. And I actually bought some Game Boy stuff. Yes, I have a Game Boy collection. In fact, I have a decent, well, I say decent, I have a Game Boy. I've got one of the original, I will do a collection video on these at some point. I've got one of the original sort of grey units, and I've got a slightly smaller one than that one. I've got about 3 Game Boy Colors, a couple of Game Boy Advances. Don't have got a Game Boy Pocket. I don't have a Game Boy Mini, the really tiny ones, and I don't have one of those little tabletop Game Boy Advances. But I've got quite a few Nintendo handhelds. I've also got the Sega Game Gear as well. But I don't usually pick up Game Boy games at all because I don't usually see them. And I'm also a bit dubious about some of the cartridges. Again, it's one thing or another. Whether these things are actually legit or not, I don't know. But I bought a lot of Game Boy stuff from Carl Boots years ago. And very rarely I see sort of Game Boy stuff outside of CEX. This was in this Cashcon generator. They had Super Mario Land, which was priced at £5, and they had Tetris at £2. I've got both of those. But I did pick up, for £1 each, F1 Race. I'm pretty certain this is a legit cartridge. At the back of it there, just to show you. But for £1, I thought, well, it's worth a punt. If it isn't, if it isn't. That's meant to be. I think it's meant to be a good game. And also for some of the retro gamers amongst us will remember this title of the original game anyway, and this is a series of it. This is Choplifter 2 from JVC. And again, I think this is a legit cartridge. Everything appears to me as it was. That's the back of it there, nothing to see. But they were £1 each, and like I said, I don't usually pick up Game Boy games, but that one was probably too good an opportunity to miss. And as I said, if you see these things, you pick them up and you collect them. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody else, thank you very much indeed for watching. That is it. We've come to the end of a mega pickups video. That was 2 weekends in a row. So I'd like to say thank you very much indeed for sitting through that. And hope I made your journey a bit more bearable wherever you were going, whatever you were doing. If you have enjoyed the content and would like to see more, then don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and ring that notification bell, which will tell you when I'm uploading another video. We've got some more gameplay videos to come. I've still got 2 more in my game show series on the Wii, which I know some people have enjoyed, some people have ignored, but it's not for everybody. I know gameplay videos are very much what's the word I'm looking for, an acquired taste, unless you're actually playing through something. It's interesting to do. And also got some collection videos to start as well, and another pickups video to come very, very shortly. But all it remains to be the same is thank you very much indeed for watching. I do appreciate you tuning in. Thank you very much for doing so, and we hope you take care, and we will see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.